we're going to be doing a review on Batwoman Season 2. I have watched it to the end, but yeah. Alright, let's get into it. The first half of the video will be spoiler free. Timestamp up here to the rest of the video, which will be filled with spoilers. I'm going to be honest, Season 2 was messy. It did better than Season 1, but it was still pretty messy. It also didn't help that Ruby Rose left the role pretty abruptly in the production of Season 2, with writing and all that. First few episodes were kind of affected by this, because they didn't expect the main person to leave the role of Batwoman. So you can really tell that they tried to make a whole new story pretty quickly. Now, as messy as the first few episodes were, they were good. They introduced Ryan Wilder, which was a brand new character that DC has created for this show, so the CW did one of those Harley Quinn things where they introduced a new character in the show. They did a great job. I really liked the character. First episode of Season 2 was pretty good. Featured Ryan Wilder as Batwoman and brought back Tommy Elliott as Hush or Bruce Wayne or whatever the hell his name was. Now, watching episode 1, I was really excited. It's the closest thing we got to Bruce Wayne in the Arrowverse since, who knows, we got a reference of him like once or twice, whatever. So that was really cool. That gave me hope for the rest of the season. But unfortunately, this didn't last long. Throughout the first half of the Season 2, there were too many side stories to keep track of. This just complicated the show even more. Made it harder to watch as it went on, so I didn't really watch most of Season 2. Now, you're probably pissed that I'm giving a review of something that I haven't completely watched, and you're probably right. But as a Batman fan and a DC fan in general, it was hard to watch. My attention throughout this season was slim to none. I kept going on my phone and completely ignoring the show. This was also the same with the family. We kept going on our phones when it got boring, and as soon as we knew it, the episode finished. But without completely abandoning the show, I watched the promos on YouTube of the season as it continued. Alright, now with the rest of the review. This will contain spoilers for Season 2 Episode 16 all the way to Episode 18. When I returned to the show, I was hoping the finale would be promising as it sets up the next season. And to be honest, it didn't disappoint. Episode 16 was Luke Fox trying to find his will to live after the events of Episode 15, where he did end up choosing death shortly before he was revived. This gave Luke the opportunity to become Batwing, which hooked me into the rest of the season as they were setting this up. Promo photos were already out. I've just found this was an amazing opportunity to keep watching. But episode 17 was really slow and very predictable. Kate Kane was in fact not Kate Kane at the time. She was a double agent for Black Mask, so if there's any context, Kate Kane is alive, but she's been brainwashed to think she's Cersei, which died in Arkham a few years back. I don't know. This was very confusing throughout the episode, with giving mixed signals whether Kate was back or if Cersei was still in control. But I guess that was the entire aim of the episode, or the whole situation in general. Kate ended up trapping Team Batwoman. I'm just going to say right now, I hate the term Team Batwoman, Team Flash. I don't like it that much. Anyway, in the elevator of the Batcave. The whole episode was honestly really predictable, but at the end of it, it did make up with fan service, with all the rogues from Batman and all that. In the cave, there was a biohazard container filled with trophies from Batman's rogues. This contained Bane's venom, Clayface's mud, Killer Croc's tooth, Mad Hatter's hat, Penguin's umbrella, Joker's acid flower, Poison Ivy's plant, and some form of Mr. Freeze gadget. Episode 18, titled Power, was amazing. This developed Gotham's opinion of Batwoman as a vigilante, while at the start of the episode she was lost. Figuratively, not mentally like Kate is, because you could even say powerless, as Ryan wasn't in the possession of the Batsuit and was vulnerable at the time. City was in ruins. Ryan and Alice team up to save Kate and take down Black Mask. This brought Ryan back from the dark place she was at the start of the episode when Gotham accepted her back as Batwoman. Luke Fox makes his appearance as Batwing, going up against a Venomized Crow officer. This was the person that shot Luke in episode 16 or 15. This brought Luke in as the now new vigilante in season 3. While this was happening, Ryan and Alice were trying to bring Kate back to normal. Obviously, Kate, aka Cersei, was not open to that, so they started fighting. Towards the end of the episode, Ryan and Alice won. They brought Kate back to her normal self. Well, after those events, Alice was taken back to Arkham Asylum, and Kate went back to Wayne Tower and announced her new goal to find Bruce Wayne, formerly known as Batman. Kate also gave the mantle of Batwoman to Ryan and left Gotham, basically. Now, Batwoman Season 2 was okay. Definitely wasn't the best Arrowverse season, but it made up with fan service. Now, my reviews will always end with a score of 3 categories: story, characters, and the total. Here it is. Story, 3 out of 10. Characters, 6 out of 10. With a total score of 6.3 out of 10. This season was slow and hard to watch, but entertaining towards the end. This was Comic Reviews. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more like this, like, subscribe, do all those sort of things. Check on my link tree, follow all my socials, and I'll be posting pretty regularly. Thank you all for watching, and see ya.